Today's topic is saying no to golden opportunities so you can find the real gems like the rubies, the sapphires, the emeralds, and the diamonds. Imagine that you're going for a buffet which only allows you to go through one time, which is kind of what life is, right? Like life is a one way buffet. You cannot go back and rewind. So imagine you're going through this buffet and everything just looks great. And you start loading up your plate, and by the time you reach halfway, your plate is full. And then you see that the remaining half is even better. It gets even better. But what's happened is that you've already committed your plate to the first half. And now with a full plate, you cannot add anything more and you cannot take another round. What ends up happening is that you've lost the opportunities in the second half because you overcommitted and got attached to the wrong things. This is what today's topic is about, is that when you're living in higher consciousness, you're flooded with opportunities. When you're living in joy consciousness, when you're radiant, when you activate your inner magnet, you're flooded with opportunities. People are just presenting opportunities to you, inviting you to create stuff. And if you do not have discernment, if you do not have standards, if you do not judge what is not just 100%, but 200% in resonance with your soul, that's going to enrich you and make you have the greatest impact in the world. If you are not aligned at that level and you just keep saying yes to the golden opportunities, something that's 99%, that's 98%, it's like your intuition is telling you that it's not fully in tune. But because either currently or previously you have been in scarcity mindset where there weren't opportunities and you had to go begging for opportunities, you were needing it, you were in scarcity, you were in insecurity, and any opportunity that would come your way, you would say yes to it because you needed it. If you are in that mindset, then yes, you will just fill up your plate with whatever comes your way. But if you switch the mindset, not based on your financial conditions or anything like that, but your mindset that I will take what I need right now. I will take what's enough for now. That will take me to the next level. And when I go to the next level, I will have even better opportunities. So I'm going to save room on my plate because I know better stuff is coming. And so I will take what is good for now. I will not be needy and I will not be greedy. That is what enables you to get to the end of the buffet and enjoy all the riches of life. What happens to a lot of people, especially people who are multi-potentials, entrepreneurs, is that they are receiving so many opportunities and everything looks so great. There are no standards, so everything looks great. And you want to go down all the roads. And then you get overwhelmed. You've taken on so much on your plate that is overwhelming. And what ends up also happening is that you cannot give enough attention to each thing. It's like your mouth has so many flavors, you're not really enjoying anything. Your attention, your energy is so scattered in so many different opportunities that you cannot feed the best ones, nor can you take on better ones, nor can you feed the important ones. And it's just like you're so overwhelmed, you're so all over the place that you can give some attention to small things everywhere, but nothing feels rich, nothing feels high quality. So, again, about going into higher consciousness, about living in a rich mindset, about feeling that way is that I want this to enrich me, but I also want to put stuff out that's the highest quality. I want my creations to be of the highest quality. I don't want to just put a lot of stuff out in this anxious energy. I want to be calm, centered. I want my nervous system to be calm because I have just enough on my plate to feel good, to feel inspired, to feel fulfilled, but it's not overwhelming that I'm in anxiety of meeting deadlines, of satisfying so many different requirements and so many different people. It's like I have taken on what feels good to me, what makes me feel good, what makes me feel calm, and enables me to enjoy the full richness of things that are on my plate. It's like if I have a few things on my plate, now I know this coming from a scarcity mindset myself. In the past, I came from India where everything is so competitive that the programming is that just take as much as you can and stuff yourself. It's like if you go to a buffet, you go for several rounds and you don't really feel good at the end of it. You just feel overfull, and it's not a great feeling, really. It's like an achievement, like, look how much I have eaten, but did you actually enjoy what you ate? And this is the question you can ask your life when you're, or you can ask yourself when you're going through life is like, am I enjoying or am I just doing too much? Am I just filling up my plate to prove something, to to fill some void, some neediness, some scarcity, some insecurity? The whole idea of higher consciousness, when you're living in joy, is to activate your creativity, is that you see opportunity in everything. But because it's abundant, because you have entered that state where everything is opportunity, everything is in your favor, life is in your favor, then you also develop standards to say no to things that are not fully in tune. So, entering this state requires you to come into much deeper alignment with yourself and to be listening to your intuition. It's like if anything feels off and it cannot be harmonized, I just don't take it on because I want things that are only fully in alignment and just keep feeding me to stay in alignment. If I am in alignment, then the things that come into my life, more energy, more attention, more opportunities coming into my life amplifies my alignment, makes me feel richer, makes me feel more fulfilled, makes me feel more joy. Is one of my teachings is that whenever energy is coming into your life, whether it's in the form of attention, power, money, opportunity, if energy is coming into your life, it's going to amplify who you are. If you are in alignment, if you are in joy, the new opportunity amplifies your joy, amplifies your alignment. It takes you to your next level. If you are in anxiety, if you are in scarcity, if you are in overwhelm, and you invite more energy into your life, guess what it's going to do? It's going to amplify your insecurity, your anxiety, and your overwhelm. To realize this is one of the biggest shifts I have had in my life, that I realized that I was actually grateful for opportunities not coming into my life when I was not ready to receive them. There was a neediness that I want opportunities because I think I need them. But actually, if they had come, if more energy had come into my life in those moments, what it would have amplified in me would have been parts which I do not even have today because I worked them out. I transformed them, I recycled them, I evolved them, I matured them, whatever I did, but these were parts of me that I did not want to amplify or feed. And you have to realize that new energy coming into your life, more energy coming into your life, just keeps feeding and amplifying all parts of you. It amplifies the healthy parts and the unhealthy parts. So, if overall you are in a healthy place, it's a good time to invite new energy. It's a good time to be in joy, look for opportunity, look for resources, and build yourself up. And if you're not, it's a good time to take time to come into harmony, to come into alignment, to become the one who can receive abundance, not the one who will be overwhelmed by abundance because it's amplifying your overwhelm, it's amplifying your insecurity and anxiety, but actually someone who will enjoy the abundance. Being wealthy doesn't make you rich, and not all rich people are wealthy because rich is a mindset. It's not about how much you have, it's about how much you enjoy what you have. Yes, it's great to have more to enjoy if you are actually enjoying what you have. That's the mindset shift is when you are enjoying what you have, it's great to have more to enjoy. But if you're suffering with what you have, a lot of people suffer because of how much or how little money they have. If money makes you suffer, money becomes evil. A lot of people have the perspective that money is evil. Power is evil. Power corrupts people. All of these mindsets happen because power and money are neutral energies. They amplify who you are. If you have some corruption inside you, if you have a dark side, we all have a dark side. Let me be clear. But if your dark side is not in your awareness and you do not know how to navigate it, you do not know how to, you have not gained mastery over it. This is what I teach. This is what I call spiritual mastery is not eliminating your dark side, but being able to navigate your dark side, being able to harmonize it, being able to work with it and keep thriving with it, not rejecting it, not suppressing it, not pretending that it doesn't exist, but actually learning to live with it and even make it one of your resources. When you have that mindset and you have that awareness, then if power comes in, it doesn't amplify your darkness because you already know your darkness. And what it amplifies is your mastery over your darkness, is your ability to navigate with your darkness. And that darkness can be anxiety, it can be overwhelm, it can be being controlling because you feel insecure, it can be neediness for attention and validation. All of this gets amplified when more energy comes into your life. That's why we have a culture where there are bosses who are so micromanaging, controlling, abusive. It's because they are not in a healthy place and they have been infused with power, and that power has amplified their darker parts, which they do not have awareness over, and they do not know how to live with those darker parts. They haven't harmonized them. So realize that it's not power that's evil, it's not money that's evil, which basically is just saying energy is evil. There is no such thing as evil. It's neutral energy that's just amplifying parts of you which are conscious and unconscious. Do the work to become conscious so that you can invite in more energy and amplify your best parts and have a better impact in the world. Coming back to finding gems and saying no to golden opportunities, it's all related. Is that when you come into this centeredness, this calmness, this maturity, you start seeing that you don't need to prove yourself to the world. You don't need to do more than what fulfills you. Really, like this becomes the criteria is I do what and how much fulfills me. I don't need to do too much to save the world because humanity is in a crisis, because there's a climate crisis. I need to feel guilty because of the privilege that I have. I need to sacrifice myself because there is poverty in the world, there is suffering in the world. None of that happens. It's like I am balanced within myself. I see the light side of the world, I see the dark side of the world because I see the light and dark within me, and I am okay with it. I am at peace with it. When I find this peace within myself, and I feel my self worth. I feel great about who I am because I am showing up and doing my part, doing my role. There is no scarcity, there is no neediness, nor in terms of resources, nor in terms of attention, validation. You actually meet those needs. You find the way to receive healthy validation. I wrote a blog post which you can find on my website exactly on this topic called Honoring Your Need for Validation. It's when you have met those needs and when you feel fulfilled, you can calm down and and slowly fill your plate and keep eating at the same time so that you have more opportunities and you make the best of life. I don't need to overwhelm myself. I don't need to do too much. I don't need to over please, over deliver or anything. Like, this is what's on my plate. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to infuse it with super high quality and I'm going to give it to the world so that everyone else can enjoy it. I'm not just going to splash everything onto my plate, not have enough attention for it. People feel like, what is this? This is just low quality nonsense that is being pumped out. It's not about how much you put out, it's the quality that you put out. Put out rich quality, and that comes back to you. People feed you back with rich feedback, rich validation. Everything is richer when you are in that mindset. If you have any feedback, any comments, anything you want to dive deeper into, leave it in the comment section. I also invite you to a community and academy that I'm building online where I not only create the space to discuss these topics and go deeper with them, but I also teach people how to apply them in their own life. I offer personalized guidance and help people to enter into this state, live in this state, to thrive in this state. Because it's not just enough to learn about higher consciousness and practice higher consciousness, but how do you actually thrive in it? How do you balance it with your old identity, your old self, your old programming? Because there are tricks and techniques that you can do to develop higher consciousness, but being in this for 10 years, having worked with over 1,000 people, I can tell you that a lot of people who go into higher consciousness go into higher anxiety, higher overwhelm, higher darkness. So, higher consciousness is basically higher energy, which, as I explained, the more energy you invite in doesn't mean that the quality of your life is increasing. It's just amplifying everything in your life. So, I teach people how to be in harmony, how to thrive in this higher state, and actually enjoy life and have a great impact in the world. So, I invite you into the academy. You can check it out with the link on my profile. And if you have any questions, please drop them. I will be happy to get into it even deeper. Thank you for joining me, and until next time.